Hey, my Libra babies, what's happening? This is EJ from Taurota Tarot. I hope everybody is having a good start to their month of November. This is going to be for Libra, November 2020. We're going to do 2 for front and back end of your overall energy and 1 for your challenge and or focus for the month. Pull those 3 up off the bottom. Got the 3 of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the Death card. So you guys are going through some changes this month. Queen of Cups, the Emperor, the Knight of Wands, 5 of Swords, Queen of Wands, and the 3 of Pentacles. See what we got. So the 3 of Cups pulls the 9 of Wands, the Ace of Wands pulls the 10 of Pentacles, and your challenge, the Death card, pulls the 10 of Wands, and that's about isolation and dealing with repressed emotions. So some of you, that Death card might be about things that are blocking you, keeping you from getting to where you want to be, and it feels like for some of you, this has got something to do with love. Love. Many of you may have encountered exes in the past weeks due to Mercury and Mars retrograde energy and feel a little bit of sorrow and regret for some of you. Looking at the front end of your overall with the 9 of Wands and the 3 of Cups, yeah, the choices and regrets. Just what the hell I'm talking about. May have been a relationship, or it can even be a current relationship, and you are having some, you might not be happy with the choice that you've made thus far. On the back end of your overall, with the 10 of Pentacles sitting on top of the Ace of Wands, it's about staying balanced, but it's also about creating a stable and serene environment. The front end of this is about material security. I don't feel like y'all are having problems with the material, but you definitely are having problems with the love. So it's about staying balanced and trying to create the environment that you want, Libra. That's what you're feeling right now. However, your challenge is to understand you're changing, and maybe the person that you're with is not moving in the same direction, and doing the work, I want to say doing the heavy lifting. That's the word that comes to mind, to get where you're trying to be, especially in relationships. So if you're dealing with a lot of emotional shit, as it were, might be time to let some of that go. Looking at your first week, and we'll start the first week tomorrow with the 4 of Swords on top of the Queen of Cups. Yeah, purification. That's what this 4 of Swords is about. Cleansing, if you will. Looking at situations that need to be cleansed, whether that's romantic or personal or work relationships, however that's resonating. That is sitting on top of the Queen of Cups. You've got the cooperation. People are willing to help you. You're going to have to reach out. And I'm looking at all those swords looking like iron bars to something. Some of you may mentally just be blocked up. You don't want to or don't feel like you can reach out. That's an indication from the universe. It's okay. You can. With the 6 of Swords sitting on top of the Emperor, you may need to, the Emperor's telling me stability. This is what you're aiming for. But you may need to isolate yourself or distance yourself from certain situations so you can get that balance back. And for some of you, if it's a relationship, it might be time to sail in the calmer waters. For you, Libra, it feels like a romantic person that you're dealing with is not settled. That's the feeling I have. They're not comfortable with where they are. If this is a old relationship coming back, it's the same, like they're restless, like they're not happy with where they are, and they may want to come back to you thinking that's going to make things right. However, with the Two of Wands and the Knight of Wands, whatever this person is doing is disruptive, and it hasn't been planned. Looking at him, and that I'm looking at his behind and not his face. I'm most certainly going to say this is older energy. So this may be a relationship that was at one point, and maybe you guys decided you might want to kick it back up. I didn't say pick, I said kick. But it's disruptive. And Libra, you're feeling that disruptive energy. Yeah, that's not comfortable for you. With the Seven of Cups on top of the Five of Swords, yeah, nothing's been resolved. Now, some of y'all might be under some illusions because people you're dealing with or the person you're dealing with is blowing a whole lot of hot air in your face and talking a whole lot of bullshit about how great and wonderful everything is. But at the end of all of that, you're still not feeling like anything is resolved. I'm just saying. And with all these swords, a lot of this has you thinking, Libra, because swords are your energy. That's that air energy. It's got you thinking about, what the hell. And your emotions, these are cups, your emotions are all wrapped up into this. As we move over to the Queen of Wands with the Five of Cups sitting on top, you may be trying to avert your eyes from the illusions that you see. There's deception. Now, this might be a different situation, or it could be the situation that I'm referring to, however that resonates. But there's deception. Don't think that everybody's telling the truth. They aren't. So you may be trying to just avert your eyes, as it were, from all of this. You see, I got the word hope. For some reason, Libra, you still got an ember of hope in the middle of all of this. At the end of the second week, the Three of Pentacles with the Knight of Wands on top. Again, we're talking about the Death card in your challenge position. Knight of Wands is talking about transformation. And it feels like there's just going to be some things that are naturally going to happen. It's going to cause some power struggles. So, again, that's a 3. There may be some third-party energy somewhere. It's lightweight, if I can put it that way. But if it is third party, the third party is beginning to have some influence on whoever the other person is, Libra. You know this better than I do. So you may want to it's about transformation, but let's take that out of the equation. You may just want to watch over your shit. That's including your heart and your emotions. And in that, also put some distance, that right there, between you and the current situation. Let's see what we get for re-info. The Hierophant, talking about that damn commitment. The Nine of Swords, up all night, worried about some shit. Page of Swords, trying to keep shit at bay, because you don't want it to go left to center. But here's the Chariot, Ten of Swords, Ten's completion, and Justice. So, if this is a romantic relationship, Libra, I'm about to say this is probably going to be about the end of it for you. Letting go of dependent ties. And once again, you got the Death card right there. Letting go of dependent ties. And that goes along with transformation. So it may be time to boot boogie. Either way, it's time for some of y'all to be gone. However that's working. So looking at the third week with the Ace of Cups and the Hierophant, you mentally, let me say it like that, are trying to gain some clarity, and you are reviewing the fine print around your relationship right now. And this is for those of you that it resonates with. Others of you, you may not be in a relationship, but again, we're still talking about the same thing. Looking at the framework, you want a relationship to look like. What does that look like? What does it feel like? How do you feel? What is the other person like? Those of you in a relationship right now, you're judging this person hard. I don't know how to tell you, but you're judging them hard, and you're not giving them any slack because you expected something a little different than what you're getting. And again, that just brings us back up here to your overall talking about choices and regrets. The Nine of Swords with the King of Cups. Yeah, infidelity. That part right there. And how much of an emotional burden this has become. And it's another time I see this. Those swords, come on now, work with me, Libra. And it's like you the middle sword and you got all this shit hemming you up. So that brings us here. Some of you may be leaving. Yeah. And that this is sitting underneath that Three of Pentacles with the Knight of Wands by standing watch. And then I think in that you will realize that you're going to need to let go of this person and their bullshit. Now, on the other end of this, it talks about overcoming fears. So some of you emotionally may be fearful about breaking this off. You didn't get into this lightly, Libra. You did not. Whatever this is, you didn't just go, ooh, everybody jump in the pool right now. No, you thought about this long and hard, and what's distressing to you is that you did think about it long and hard. There may be some gossip on the vine about what's going on, especially if any of it has hit social media. So be mindful of that, and be mindful of your health as well. The Page of Swords. Don't stress yourself out. And again, let go of anything that's not serving you. That's including said relationship. At the 4th week, the Chariot and the Ten of Swords, a lot of you are just done. That's stress. And this is about manifesting success or feeling overwhelmed. I think a lot of you are just feeling fucking overwhelmed because this has been more than you bargained for. Once again, dealing with a heavy burden. And a lot of y'all got your scissors out already. Got your swords out already because you get ready to cut this shit loose. And it's going to feel that's exactly what it is. This is the Fool. It's going to feel like painful losses. That's exactly what the fuck it's going to feel like. With the Ten of Swords sitting underneath it, it's about the changes, the personal changes. But it's also about putting an ending to a bad situation. That part right there. Again, all them damn swords. In 2 spots. Painful losses. Just letting some shit go. The backside of this is about how limitations keep you from moving forward. And that's exactly what the fuck. That's why everybody's getting the hoo-ha, chop, chop, chop. However, that's resonating. It's going to be painful, Libra. I'm sorry. Especially if this has been a relationship you've been in for a while. It's going to be painful. However, there's going to be justice. You are going to get what you're looking for. For a very small few of you, I think you may have some legal wranglings going on. This is a good omen that things will clear up. With the Two of Cups. It's about the exchange. But in that, I'd say it's about the exchange of emotion. Because a lot of y'all are just feeling like, fuck, like you're drowning. So there may be, let me back up. There may be a new person on the periphery, if you will. But always looking at her, kind of holding her cup a little closer to her than he is holding his cup to him. You may be a bit guarded in dealing with anybody new at this point. Some of you might just wait till the beginning of the year. Many of you are going to end. And that's a major card. So that's telling me this is big time shit. If you're living together with someone, you may have to go through the throes of separating stuff from the house or wherever you are. I'm sorry, Libra. Y'all don't like to be feeling like this, but you feel constrained. This whole situation, it just feels like y'all are just not feeling comfortable, especially if there's infidelity. For every Libra situation, it's not going to be about infidelity. It's just going to be the person that you're with is immature. See that young, that young, and I'm telling you to stand watch on this. That young energy right there. Hey, just saying. It's your heart, Libra. Don't let nobody fuck over your heart and your emotions. Fuck all that. Ain't nobody worth that. Don't go overboard. Some of you may be feeling the need to explain yourself or express yourself or put some kind of something out there about what you want. You know what? Don't go overboard because it's falling on deaf ears. Just put it right there. Some of you are at that maybe one more chance. That's okay. If you feel like this person is deserving of it, give it a shot. If you don't, once again, cut your losses. Just because they said it doesn't make it true. That part, I know there was some illusory energy here. Illusions. Just because they said it doesn't make it true. And quit playing. Go directly to the damn source. If you're dating somebody and you feel like they have third party bullshit, seeing somebody else, whatever, get right all up in it. What you doing? Why you here? Who you talking to? Whatever you need to do to get the answers. But don't let this person, I feel like this person, you're almost scared they're going to hold something over you. Looking at them coins. I'm looking at that sun. Almost like they're going to expose some part of you that you don't want exposed. That may be something to deal with first, Libra. If you got something that you think they're going to say or do if you break up, deal with it. Deal with it. Hit it head on. Unexpected visitors, home, and wide open. So some of you may have some unexpected visitors this month, not pertaining to any one thing or the other. If you're in the United States, I know the end of the month, we got Thanksgiving coming, a couple other little oddball days. So you may have some unexpected company. Just a caution to be prepared. This may be a month for you, Libra, to just keep it in-house. You don't feel like going out and doing a whole lot of shit, especially if you're emotionally saddled or burdened with a whole lot of shit. You may not feel very sociable. So for many of you, this will be a good month to stay at home and do some of that inside work. I don't know where my little hermit card disappeared to, but yeah, doing some of that inside work and focusing, bringing the focus back to you and your household. Future's wide open, baby. If this didn't work, try again. Some of you may be beating yourself up. I thought I had the right person and I thought about it. And you did. I feel that energy. A lot of y'all thought long and hard. For those of you that this resonates with about say a relationship, a job, or whatever it is, you thought about it for a while. But we don't, even when we analyze things to the best of our ability, sometimes we still fuck up. So don't be too hard on yourself, precious Libra. I hope you guys have a good month, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.